everyone. Welcome to Literary Elements Unlocked. My name is Kristina.
And my name is Chloe.
And today we're diving into a Chinese folktale in the heart of Beijing. A massive bell hanging in silence. But behind its stillness is a powerful story. One with sacrifice, honor, and love. The Soul of the Great Bell by Lafcadiao Hearn.
It's the story of Ko-ngai, a devoted daughter who sacrifices her life so that her father can complete the emperor's great wall. The emotional journey of this tale is brought to life through two powerful literary elements, tone, which shapes how we feel, and imagery, which paints unforgettable pictures in our minds.
Let's begin with tone, the author's emotional attitude towards the story. In The Soul of the Great Bell, the tone shifts from majestic and historical to tragic reserve.
For example, the line, "They say only your slipper remain floating for a moment on the molten surface, like a petal upon a crimson river," gives a tragic, poetic tone that shows both the emotional weight of loss and haunting beauty of the moment's silence.
But before that, the tone turns sorrowful when Ko-ngai leaps into the metal. The line, "Then Ko-ngai leap into the white flood of metal," is told with calm words, making the moment feel even more heartbreaking. That quiet tone gives space for grief and reflection.
Now let's take a look at imagery. The use of vivid description to create strong mental pictures. The story describes fire, the molten bronze, the furnace, as a white flood. We don't just read the moment we see it. We create an imaginary scene in our head. We feel the heat, the silence, the sadness.
Tone and imagery work together by helping the readers feel and see the emotional weight, Ko-ngai's sacrifice, and the love and honor she had for her father.
Imagine this. You see and hear the great bell ringing as you're walking through the ancient streets of Beijing. And inside it, a soul that whispers when the bell rings. That's the power of tone and imagery in this story. Did you know, in traditional Chinese culture, large bells symbolize peace, wisdom, and spiritual connection? This makes Ko-ngai's sacrifice even more meaningful. It's not just for her father, but for the people.
Some legends even say her spirit still echoes in the bell, whispering the name of her father, Chang, Chang.
This story shows that tone is not just something we read, but in the feelings they leave behind, and imagery makes those scenes unforgettable.
Hailey, in your view, how does the tone of the Soul of the Great Bell shape the reader's emotional experience of the story?
Tone is like the heartbeat of the story. It sets the emotional pace and draws readers into the story. In The Soul of the Great Bell, the tone carries a deep sense of sadness and devotion, reflecting the sacrifice of Ko-ngai. This rhythm of emotions makes the story unforgettable, allowing readers not only to imagine the scene, but to feel the weight of duty and love beating within every line.
Mako, in your view, what role does imagery play in shaping the emotional impact of the Soul of the Great Bell?
Imagery is the storyteller's paintbrush. The vivid pictures of molten gold, shining bronze, and the final echoing toll of the bell. Let us not just read, but see and hear the tale unfold.
Together, they work like the metal and fire in the bell's forging. Separate elements that when these two powerful literary features combine, they complement each other so well. Tone and imagery also balance each other out. Tone sets the mood, while imagery brings the scenes to life, making the story more engaging and memorable.
To wrap it up, The Soul of the Great Bell uses tone and imagery to turn a tale of sacrifice into something more haunting, beautiful, and unforgettable.
If you haven't read the full story yet, we encourage you to experience it yourself and see what echoes in your own mind and heart.